What's good, people? My name is Nell and I'm here to bring you a quick drum microphone setup tutorial. Whether you're working in the studio or you're working on a live production. Preparing for a Sunday service, these tips and tricks can help you get the best sound out of your drums. Let's dive in. We'll start off with the bass drum. Whether you're using a bass drum microphone like this one, a Beta 52, or using a boundary microphone such as this one, the Beta 91, the most important thing you want to do with your bass drum microphones is make sure that they are well positioned so you can get the best sound out of your bass drum. If you're using a Beta 52 or an SM58 or any kind of microphone that's not a boundary microphone, you want to get your microphone in the drums and close to the wood. The tone of the drum is where the wood is. Come on now, the wood is where the tone is. So if you get that microphone in, close to the wood and all the way at the back of the drum, you're going to get the best out of your bass drum. If on the other hand you're using a boundary microphone, you want to place it nicely in the drum, all the way back close to the resonant head to get the best bass tone out of your bass drum. It always helps when you have a small piece of cloth touching either head of your bass drum to help absorb some of the resonance in the drum and to give you a nice tight sound. Some people put full mattresses in there. Don't do that. A small blanket is usually all that you need. Let's move on to the next one. Arguably, the most important microphones you're going to put on your drums are going to be your overhead microphones, the microphones that are hanging over your drums. A common mistake that I see is people using only one overhead microphone smack in the middle of the drums. The problem with this setup is it makes the drum sound so small. The drums are a big single instrument with a huge soundscape all the way from the left side of the kit to the right side of the kit. So to catch a good overall sound of the drums, you want to use two microphones on your overheads. One over the hi-hat, just over the edge of the hi-hat, at a height that's not so different from 2 arms height, length, whatever, you get the point. And then you want to get a second microphone slightly over your ride cymbal, probably close to the edge as well. And then before you go away from that, you want to get a microphone cable. Use it to measure the distance of both microphones from the center of the snare. You want to make sure that they're equally distant from the snare. That way, your snare stays smack in the middle of your drum sound. And once you have that, your overheads are good to go. You should be able to get a good overall drum sound. Moving on to the other pieces, the snare, the rack tone, and your floor tone. The gold standard of microphones for that application is a basic SM57. Very inexpensive microphone. You want to put this microphone at a distance of about 3 fingers. You want the microphone pointing straight into the drum. That way you get the fuller sound of the drum kit. Now, if you position your microphones this way, make sure that each one of them has great gain structure. You're in for a good opportunity at a good drum sound. In another episode in the future, we'll walk through tuning those microphones to make sure they sound as good as they get. But nothing beats positioning your microphones in the best way to get the best possible sound. Hey, subscribe to this channel to get more tips, tricks, tutorials, and a behind the scenes look in how we do what we do. Let us know in the comment section if there are specific things you'd like us to teach you. And hey, don't forget to tell your friends about it. Let's go!